Observation Log, Sector 7G, Experimental Park, Earth. Journal Entry, Analysis of Current Civilizational Cycle. The subjects, designated humanity, continue to function within the parameters of the installed historical matrix. The millions of years protocol implanted into their education system remains effective. Any deviation from the official timeline is perceived as an error or conspiracy theory. Today, we will review one of the most thoroughly archived files in this park, a file labeled Dinosaurs. The implanted memory program states dinosaurs existed 200 million years ago. This figure is not based on data. It is a function of control, an abstract, unverifiable value designed to sever the current cycle from all previous ones. The dating methodology provided to the subjects is a trick, brilliant in its simplicity. They do not analyze the bones themselves, but the volcanic rock nearby. If a stone of the desired age lies next to an organic remain, the remain automatically receives the same date. If a modern aluminum can were lying nearby, its age would also become 100 million years. The protocol ignores this contradiction. When the subjects' independent laboratories conduct radiocarbon analysis on real, non-plaster cast bones, they receive ages of 20 to 40,000 years. The official system classifies this data as contamination and blocks its dissemination. The true chronology, hidden in the Warden's archives, is simple. Dinosaurs are not ancient animals. They are a cleanup module, a bioweapon deployed in this park to terminate the previous civilizational cycle, a cycle we will tentatively call Sumerian. Let us review the technical specifications of these combat units. Armor, spikes, massive jaws, shells. These are not animals created by evolution. They are military mechanisms, grown through bioengineering. Their physiology is optimized not for survival, but for total annihilation. How was this module delivered to the park? There are two probable vectors. The first is via portals, the transfer of combat units from other specialized parks, where they are cultivated for such operations. The second, and more likely, is via the multifunctional object Moon. The Moon is not a natural satellite. It is a base, a projector, and a scenario relay for this park. Every experimental park is equipped with such an object. It is standard issue. Through a portal embedded within the Moon, the dinosaur combat units were deployed. Their objective: to nullify the Sumerian civilization which had come too close to deciphering the true nature of the park. The previous cycle understood that the Moon was not just a luminary. It was an instrument of control, influencing their consciousness. And so, they attacked it. The craters that you see on the Moon's surface are not the result of meteorite impacts. They are scars from an ancient, brutal war. They are the traces of plasma or nuclear strikes launched from the surface of the Earth. The Sumerians attempted to destroy the relay, to sever the broadcast. In response, the Wardens activated the cleanup module. The dinosaurs were released. The Sumerian civilization was annihilated. The remaining combat units died out as the park's atmosphere was not calibrated for their long-term survival. After the purge was complete, a new information packet was deployed. The myth of space, asteroids, and meteorites, which was designed to explain the scars on the Moon and the craters on Earth left over from that war. This myth was integrated into the mandatory education system for all subsequent subjects. Who are these wardens who initiated the purge? In the myths implanted into the Sumerians, they appear as the Anunnaki. In your current conspiratorial matrix, as the reptilians. They are a control faction, the sanitation crew of the park. Their task is to monitor the development of civilizational cycles and to conduct a reset if a cycle gets out of control. After the physical purge of the park using dinosaurs, they conducted an informational purge. The topic of reptilians was deliberately pushed to the point of absurdity through controlled agents of influence, such as the one you call David Icke. It was oversaturated with disinformation, ridiculed and marginalized to undermine the credibility of the very idea, a classic information warfare protocol. Then, the sanitation crew integrated themselves into the new civilizational cycle. They blended in with the human subjects, occupied key administrative nodes, governments, religions, corporations. You can see them even now if you know how to look. Their human masks sometimes fail. Let us then summarize the dinosaur archive file. The Anunnaki, reptilians, a reptilian control faction that entered the park to alter the rules and conduct a purge. The Sumerians, remnants of a previous awakened civilizational cycle that began to get out of control and threaten the stability of the experiment. The dinosaurs, bioengineered combat units, used for the physical annihilation of the Sumerians. The moon, a multifunctional object used to deploy the cleanup module and to subsequently broadcast the cover-up story about meteorites. After the nullification of the Sumerian cycle, your cycle was launched, a cycle which, by the way, is also approaching its termination. But for you, a different cleanup protocol has been prepared, more subtle, more elegant, but that is a topic for another report. End of record.